Nicholas, just briefly, can you tell me how the for-profit prison system started? I'm actually from Joliet, Illinois, which when I tell people, they say, oh, the prison town. So I understand that kind of community is built around this major industry, but how did the for-profit system really get started?
Well, I don't think that I can speak specifically to how the for-profit system got started in the context of corrections, but in almost every facet of government service, services are delivered either by government employees or they're delivered through government contract. And private corporations or nonprofit corporations. In New York City, for example, a lot of the child welfare services, prevention of child abuse or services to young people and families who are suffering abuse and neglect issues, are provided by nonprofits. So it's government contracting, and obviously what has happened, it's particularly pernicious in the context of the correctional system, because there you have, private corporations that seek to maximize profit by imprisoning people. And so therefore they are often supportive of policies that maintain sort of a steady flow of people into prisons. But, the one thing that I would say is that while that is sort of the apotheosis of, something that is the most troubling thing in our system, that private profit is made through mass incarceration, that we also have to remember that only 7% of all people who are incarcerated are in private prisons. Mm-hmm. And so I often like to say that the state does a very good job on its own. Mm-hmm. Rural communities and their legislators who are seeking economic development and want to have a state prison built there. Some public sector unions are just as intent on having this system maintained as it is. So private prisons are particularly ugly, but there's a lot of ugliness well beyond them.